Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This video is going to be my January TBR. So for the new year, one of my goals is to go Kindle Unlimited free for at least half the year. So in January, I am pausing my Kindle Unlimited membership, which means that for January, I'm going to be mainly focusing on what I own and probably some library books. So I'm not spinning a wheel like I did last month. Instead, I made myself a TBR with, I think there's 48 prompts. So I'm hoping to get some of my 25 and 2025 books on this list as well. This is my first time doing a TBR jar prompt style TBR. You can see straight behind me, all of my TBR books are right here. You can see them for the most part. And then I've got more on this side as well. I've got 4 more books down on my husband's shelf that is in my 25 and 2025. So we'll see what we get as far as our prompts go. I'm not going to be automatically selecting one like I did last month. I'm just going to draw 5 prompts and go from there. So let's see what I got for book 1. I feel like this is going to be a hot mess because I don't have it sitting next to me. Let's draw for book 1. I'm so nervous. I put some decent prompts in here. I put some hard ones too. Okay. First prompt is a book that won an award. I hope that you guys can see that. I don't know. A book that won an award. Okay. So I've got a few on my TBR that may have won awards. I have a lot of TV adaptations. I'm also going to be trying to pull from my 25 and 2025 list as well. Those I can most likely get from the library. None of those are Kindle Unlimited. And I don't own all of my 25 and 25 list. So a book that won an award. Let's see. A couple of the top books in my 25 and 2025 is Outlander, The Martian, Game of Thrones. Those are all top contenders that I think may have won an award. Okay, so Outlander won the Critics' Choice Television Award for Most Exciting New Series. That's not really a book, though. It's not really a book award. Outlander, the book, did win multiple awards. It won the RITA Award, Romance Writers of America. It won the Quill Award, the Corrin International Prize for Fiction, and the What Build Readers Award. So Outlander's definitely a contender. Game of Thrones won the 1997 Locus Award for Best Fantasy Novel. I have a lot on my list that are contenders for this. Okay, so yes, Game of Thrones is also an option. I wonder if the Nightingale won any awards. So the Nightingale won the Audie Award for Fiction for 2016. So this one is also a contender. The Darkslinger is probably the other option I need to look up. This one did not win any awards. All right, I got my top 3, I think, then. So for my first prompt, my choices are either Game of Thrones or The Nightingale or Outlander. I don't know. Shoot, which one do I want to go with? I kind of want to start Game of Thrones. I think I'm going to go with the Game of Thrones. Next prompt. My next prompt is Bestie Chooses. So I will send her a text real quick and ask her to pick me out a book. Okay, I sent a picture of my TBR shelf to my bestie and asked her to choose a book for me. Hopefully she'll get back to me rather quickly. So I will edit in when she does. Let's go ahead and move on and pick my third book, Prompt. Please don't be hubby chooses. There's that in there too. A weapon on the cover. Let me gather my options real quick and we'll see what we got. Both my choices are not ones that I'm like that excited about. One of my choices is Assistant to the Villain. I attempted to read this and I did a soft DNF on it. I don't know if I just wasn't in a fantasy mood or if it just wasn't hitting, but that's one of my choices and it's just barely. It's got a knife, like real tiny. I hope you can see. And then my other choice is Gideon the Ninth, which is on my 25 and 2025. This one was perfect. Game of Thrones, big old sword, but oh, sorry, been selected. So out of those two, I think I'm going to go with Assistant to the Villain and retry this one. Let's do my next one. Next one is one word title. This one was decent. I got a few off my shelf. I've got a couple more choices on my 25 and 2025 as well, so I'll list those. So my first choice is Caraval. Everybody loves Caraval. And I have the entire series. Love to read this one. And then I've got Light Lark. I've seen mixed reviews on this one, but mostly good. I've seen a lot of good reviews. I have seen people not like it as well. And then I've got Phantasma. Or this one's more like a Hunger Games style, but spicy. And then my other choices off my 25 and 2025 are Outlander again and Falling, which I'm not reading Falling until after I go on vacation, so that one's out. So I think I'm gonna go with one of these three. Which one? I think I'm gonna put Phantasma back because I just read The Games Gods Play, which was a lot of trials. So I think I might put this one back for now. And it's also on Kindle Unlimited, so it would be great if I grabbed this one on a Kindle Unlimited month. That way I could read it on my Kindle. Lightlark or Caraval? Caraval is also a lot of trials, I believe. Honestly, they all are. They're all trials. That's all right. I'm going to go with Caraval because Caraval is a finished series, and I really want to know what Once Upon a Broken Heart's about. Lightlark is not finished yet. Skyshade just came out, and the author has said that she's going to extend it, I think, to a 5-book series. So we're going to go with Caraval. I've got 3 books so far. Let's see what's next. The next one is Main Character is Human. I've got fiction on here and fantasy, so really I just need to grab either like a romance or fiction to ensure that I'm not grabbing one that's not human. So my choices for Main Character is Human, I just grabbed a few. We've got The God of the Woods, The Ministry of Time, which I know that she's human, but it also has some magical realism with time travel in it. Got Done and Dusted. Everybody's obsessed with this series lately. I only have the first one. Then we've got The Nightingale. I'm thinking about Done and Dusted just because it's short and probably an easy read, easy romance read for January. I'm going to make it easy for me on this prompt, and I'm going to pick Done and Dusted. My bestie texted me back. I did end up selecting a 5th book just in case she didn't text me back in time, and I had to put that back. And I'm a little bit sad about that, but not too sad because I like the book she picked. I put back Fourth Wing. I was going to do a reread of Fourth Wing. I'm still going to do a reread of Fourth Wing. Onyx Storm's coming out, so it's just more on my plate for the month. That's fine. My bestie picked The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. She says she has no idea what it's about. She doesn't really read literary fiction. She reads a lot of like romantasy, romance, things like that. Some fantasy. Nightingale, the last book on my TBR for January. Here's my... Ah! Eek! Don't fall! Stay where you're at. Sir. It's a sir because it's Game of Thrones. All right, there's my books for January. Here's my TBR. My first one that I picked was Game of Thrones. I'm very excited about this one. With the knowledge that we're not getting the last book. It is what it is. Game of Thrones is a epic fantasy in Westeros and Easteros. It's about a fight for the throne. It's got a lot of war, and eventually it has dragons, which I'm always a fan of. So, second book is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This one is set in World War II. I think we're following a couple sisters in this. Yeah. So we're following a couple sisters in the aftermath of World War II. I heard nothing but amazing things. I've seen people cry over this book. I won't be shocked if I follow in that suit and also cry over this book. My next one, I think, was Assistant to the Villain. This one's fantasy. I believe that the main female character goes to work for the main male character, and he is either a demon or just evil. And Beck says, "Don't find evil so attractive, Evie." I picked up Done and Dusted. This is a cowboy romance, and that's pretty much all I know about it. It's a Rebel Blue Ranch series. Everybody's talking about these. I wanted to try them out. I love a good romance. I love a cowboy romance. Last one on my list is Caraval. This one again follows 2 sisters, and they get pulled into some type of circus games. It's a very popular fantasy series. It's YA. I'm ready to join the hype and see what this one's about. That wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. Let's be friends. Bye.